A private party turning heel, the Inner Circle determining who their new tag team will be, and they are better than you and they know it. A proposal that didn't go so well, and the confetti and balloons wasn't necessary. Celebrating Negative One's birthday and more. All of that happened on the January 20th episode of AEW Dynamite, and we are dissecting all of that and more on this episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. Welcome to a brand new episode. We are starting right now. Now, the main thing I want to talk about here is the wrestling that took place on last night's Dynamite. Now, I understand that wrestling shows are not always going to have the best wrestling. I know. But Botchamania? Christopher Jericho. Come on. Hit a lion salt and basically dug his head into the mat. The Cody Rhodes Peter Avalon match also had a couple botches here and there. And, oof. It was just sad. Now, I'm not criticizing the show. I thought the show was okay. Not their best, not their worst. But the wrestling, oof. But let's start off on the positive. Negative One's birthday celebration. It was Dark Order members Alex Reynolds and John Silver and Colt Cabana and Prospect Adam Page versus Luther, Serpentico, and two other people that I can't think of off the top of my head. But it's okay. Because the main thing I want you to focus on is Hangman Adam Page. Now, if you've watched the last couple episodes of BTE and Dynamite, you've known that the Dark Order has been wanting and begging Adam Page to accept their offer into the Dark Order. That did not happen. Before the match, however, we did get a Negative One birthday celebration. They had a cake, they sang, Luther came out and basically said that him and Serpentico don't like kids, and that Negative One is stupid. And Adam attacked both of them to start the match. And Negative One did get his revenge with his kendo stick when he beat up both Luther and Serpentico after the match, when he rightfully said Serpentico and the rest of the world, "My birthday was 3 days ago, you idiots," and celebrated with his big brother, number 10. This match was okay. It was pretty good, pretty solid, but at the end of the match, in a very much proposal-like way, John Silver looked at Adam Page and said, "Will you join the Dark Order?" And while balloons and confetti and celebration went up in the air, he said no. He said he couldn't after being stabbed in the back by the Elite. He's done that group thing before and he doesn't want to get hurt again. He left the ring and made the Dark Order very sad. Now, I'm intrigued to see where they are going with this because I have no idea what they're doing with Adam Page right now. You can put him back into that world title picture and have him feud with Kenny, but I firmly believe that he should be the one to take the title off Kenny, so I would wait. Maybe you can go, well, no, because now Darby's going to and Sting are going to have a street fight. I don't know. You can have a feud with the Dark Order a bit. Maybe tease that he's going to join. Maybe do something big at Revolution, or maybe Double or Nothing if you're still feuding, if you're still taunting with this. But I'm very intrigued to see where they're going. Like I said, it was an okay segment. Not good, not bad, just okay. Speaking of factions, though, let's go to the Inner Circle. Now, the main event for tonight's Dynamite, or last night's Dynamite, I'm filming this at 11:34 on January 20th. It was going to be Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager, Ortiz and Santana, and Chris Jericho and MJF all facing each other to find out who will be the number one tag team in the Inner Circle. And Ortiz and Santana didn't win. Even though this was a smart storyline-wise, logically, really? Now, I'm a huge fan of the Inner Circle. And Sammy Guevara had one hell of a showing in this main event that if he is not the TNT champion by the end of 2021, I'm going to be really mad. But Chris Jericho and MJF won. And like I talked about, this match was not that good. Guevara did have an outstanding showing here. For me, he's the MVP of the match. But there was botch after horrible mishaps and and Wardlow got involved, like, he kicked him off the apron. MJF had the tights on Sammy to get the win. But where do we go from here? Because now, what are you doing with Santana and Ortiz? Are they going to be, like, singles guys now? Like, well, not singles guys, but, like, are they going to be able to challenge for the tag team champions? Or are we going to wait to have Jericho and MJF take the titles? off of the Young Bucks, which they shouldn't do for a while because now the Young Bucks are probably going to feud with the Good Brothers or something. Like, what is happening? What? Like, it's not a good match. I'm intrigued to see where they're going with the storyline wise, but, oof. Speaking of Young Bucks, what the hell was that painting in Kenny Omega's house? What? So, this was maybe at the 8:30 mark. We saw the Young Bucks go to Kenny Omega's house, and because they were wanted, Nakamura answered kind of like a butler, like, which I believe is Charles Taylor's gimmick right now, but I'll go with it. They meet with Don Callis, and, you know, shockingly, Kenny's not there. And, you know, Don's like, you guys have been friends in the past for 12 years, but we don't need guys like you anymore, you know? We're starting fresh, we're keeping it limited. We changed Kenny's cell phone number because we don't want marks and fans to be having it. And I'm willing to buy you out for your friendship. They wrote a check. Matt made the comment that they made that amount last week on Dynamite. They raised it, and Don said, well, you guys are big merch guys. They ripped the checks and said, well, the company I guess he still is the vice president. I think he's still the vice president. I don't know. We used to work for that company, and we know that the money's not good anyway. They beat up Don Callis. Later on in the night, Kenny saw Don, and Kenny's like, who did this to you? Whoever did this to you, I'm going to beat them up. Don't worry about it. It reveals the Young Bucks, and Kenny doesn't know what to do. Towards the end of the night, Kenny beat up Penta with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and it was announced at Back to the Beach, or Beach Bash, whatever they're calling this pay-per-view, it is going to be Jon Moxley and Phoenix, I believe it's Phoenix, and Pac versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, and that is going to be such an amazing main event in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what they're doing with the Young Bucks in this feud. They're probably going to get involved. We're going to probably see the Good Brothers versus the Young Bucks at Revolution, which would be the last week of February if they're going to stick to the same pay-per-view schedule they had last year. But that was pretty good. I like that segment. Cody. What? It was Cody versus Peter Avalon. If you've been following on social media the last couple days, he said that he was going to put Peter Avalon away in 60 seconds. Jade was like, nah, that's not it. Came out, distracted him. Cody got injured, but didn't get injured. And he beat Peter in like 5 minutes. Can we please have like something for Jade to do? And like not interrupt Cody's stuff anymore? Like, what? Look, I understand we have to move on with this feud. I understand that Brandy can't wrestle because she has the baby. But give her something. Like, what happened to Red Velvet? She just, like, disappeared? What? Huh. And about the Sting Darby Street fight, I'm going to say one thing. I do not know how this is going to work out for Sting. I don't know if he's going to wrestle in said street fight. But let's just remember the last time he had a match against certain someone. I'm not going to say his name because it's not Rollins' fault. He did get injured, but it didn't end well. And I don't want to see the same thing happen for Sting. But I do want to say I'm very happy that Sting wore his Brody Lee shirt because I also got mine in the mail this past week. I hope you guys could see it. This is the Brody Lee shirt that AEW had made. This is the tribute shirt, and I do recommend you going on shopaew.com and getting yourself one because it's so nice. I can't wait to bring it back to college with me. But with all of that, that is the end of our AEW Dynamite review. Like I said, this wasn't the best show. This wasn't the worst show. The show was just really okay. I'm hoping for a bigger show next week. I know that the ratings are not going to be too good because a lot of people were very focused on the inauguration that took place all day. So yeah. But make sure to like this video, comment what you thought about Dynamite. I watched tidbits of NXT, so you can comment about that too. Make sure to subscribe, click that bell for notifications, and go to shopaew.com to get your Brody Lee shirt. I will see you guys all on Saturday when we review SmackDown. Adios.